Jimenez. I'm the new senior field deputy for Congressman Javier Becerra. So one of the communities I cover is El Sereno. So just wanted to thank Capricia and the board for inviting me tonight to attend, just to introduce myself. I also brought over some flyers regarding VITA. VITA is a volunteer income tax assistance program that the federal government sponsors and supports. It's free income tax preparation for individuals or families of low income that can get their taxes filed for free. So the sheet in the back is specific to the 90032 area code. So there's local nonprofits in the area that get funding to do these services for the community. I have my card, so I'll pass them along to the board member and community member that would like my information, contact information. Thank you.
Thank you. Where is your office located?
Our office is located at 350 South Bixel Street, so we're at the corner of Bixel and 3rd, right behind the LAUSD building.
Thank you very much for coming. Is there anybody else here from any of the government offices that are listed? I don't see any and I haven't spoken. So we're going to go ahead and move on to the LA32 Neighborhood Council Committee reports. Starting with the Executive Committee, I don't have anything to report on that. There's not a whole bunch of new stuff going on with the Executive Committee aside from creating the agenda on the 3rd Wednesday of every month. Sports and Rec Committee, Yoli?
I'm pleased to come in a committee meeting this month in order to address the concerns that are present.
Thank you. Land Use and Development Committee, that's me as well. So we did have a meeting on March 16th to address the 39 homes that are being proposed to be built on Onyx Drive. There was about 38 stakeholders who came out and had questions for the developers. The actual owner wasn't there, but the architect and the engineer, I believe, were there. The community wasn't a whole lot satisfied with the questions, the answers that they did receive, so we are planning another meeting. The committee did not take a stand at this point. Our next meeting is on April 8th. It's going to be at Absolute Toe, and that is going to address a proposed building that's going to be up on Huntington Drive and Hollis. And that's going to be like a laundromat, a Quickie Mart, a cell phone place. So I encourage you all to come out and state your your opposition to this project. April 8th, I will send out agendas and it'll be posted on our website, again at Absolute Toe.
What time?
6. Okay. Next, beautification, Luisana.
So scheduling our first meeting for Saturday, April 11th at 11 at Holy Grounds. So that's the info that we have for now. I'll post the agenda and all of that in the website soon.
Great, thank you. We're looking forward to that committee taking off. And arts and culture, that's Nicholas Carrillo. He is not here. Membership and outreach, Tama.
Yes, good afternoon. We've been meeting almost weekly. We were gonna meet today, but since we had this event, we're like, okay, we're gonna meet again next week. We've been meeting for the Kite Festival, and we have been working hard, making our commitment out there to the folks out there that this one is gonna be big. We're partnering with CT14 on this one, which is really cool because I think that we need to let the community know that we are working alongside with our government officials for this, and again it's gonna be a good one. Michelle, if I'm forgetting anything, fill it in.
Volunteers.
Oh yes, and the volunteers. Yes, so we need volunteers to come and help out. If you would like to come and volunteer, please let us know before the meeting is over, or at the website, LA32 website. The Facebook, you can get in contact with us and through there. And again, it's going to be a good, positive event for the community, and I'm really looking forward, and I'm honored to be with Michelle and the rest of the community. And it's free, so bring the kids. All the kids under 14 are going to get a free kite and good stuff. Okay, so come out with familia. Gracias.
No. Oh, no. You got this. Then, public safety, there's no chair. Business and economics, Kanisha?
We had a meeting last month. For Business and Economics Committee. We will have another meeting on April the 9th at the El Sereno Library with the Business and Economics Committee. We're working on several items, including obtaining a list of all of the stakeholders in the region. We have a number of questions to ask for them. We also discussed the creation of a business improvement district. In fact, two of them, one on Huntington Drive and another one regarding the area that's in between the USC and Cal State LA regarding the biotech corridor. So we will continue to have discussions on that, very important matters. We want to get more of the community involved. The meetings will be held every second Thursday of each month at the El Sereno Library until the end of the year. So we're booked for every single day. You will receive further information from us regarding our different plans for the community. Thank you.
Thank you. Environmental green, Sasha?
I don't have any.
No report. Bylaw, Victor?
Yes, thank you. Yes, we did meet on March the 12th, I believe, at the Old Rec Center. And I believe my committee person should have the 2 minutes for the meeting.
We need to approve them at the next meeting.
Okay. We will approve the minutes at the next meeting, but what we did at that meeting was we, as a committee, we decided to fulfill our obligations as far as implementing the rules that were approved at our board took position on approving the lowering the board size from 20 to 15. And what we thought it would be a good idea as far as the committee is to fulfill our obligation to implement the wording into the bylaws. But after having discussions with Ms. Jackie, decided that since the board and the neighborhood council already made a decision, they will be implementing those into our bylaws automatically. So there's no reason for us to do that because that's takes position on that. So what we're going to do is we're going to be focusing on for the next 2-3 weeks is the amendments that were turned into the committee. And there's a couple of other things that we need to discuss with the department as far as implementing some some rules that were approved as far as the posting notices, as far as the code of civility and so forth. So next couple of weeks we're going to be looking into those so that we can implement those into the bylaws also. So you'll be getting an announcement probably by Friday of the week. Thank you.
Great, thank you. For the Education Committee, we don't have a chair. There was a resignation from Michelle Santos as chair, so we're going to skip the Education Committee. Budget and Finance, Michelle?
Yes, just so you know that I continue to have that communication relationship with the funding department. We're always either calling or emailing to assure that all the forms, everything that they need is turned in correctly to what they are expected. There is the new form, which is a department neighborhood empowerment funding request form that details the name of each board member on how they voted on that funding item. And once again, like I said, we're always trying our best to make sure we are as transparent as we can be. And that is the relationship that funding department at Empower was seeking to build that trust once again with this board that was lost from the former board. So we are doing our best to take on this. Thank you.
Thank you. Ad hoc committees, we have the voter engagement, elections and voter engagement, Capricia.
The ad hoc elections and voter engagement, we had a meeting last month regarding this, and we voted to dissolve the ad hoc. Okay, we voted to end the elections and voter engagements committee. That is due to the recent election results, where there is no need for a runoff for our CD14 elections, and there is a runoff for the school board elections. But we did host a candidate forum, which featured all of the representatives that were running at that moment. And we only have 2 schools in the school board district that's running again. So we decided, that it's time to dissolve this committee. That's it.
Great, thank you. You also have the next ad hoc standing room committee.
And the Ad hoc Standing Rules Committee. We did have a meeting this month as well, and our proposed standing rules are attached. Our proposed standing rules are attached to the agenda, and we did implement the code of civility that the bylaws committee will be considering as well.
Great. Isabel? Thank you. Last, we have the ad hoc inventory committee. Michelle?
Yes, we met on March 10th, and we started at the public storage, which is right here on Alhambra Road. And we accounted for everything that was there, and also the description of it was fair, good, or damaged. And then we made our way over here to the senior center, because we also have some items here. So those were also accounted for, each one, and accounted for everything that we have. And I believe we might have to meet one more time to do the tag, because we have to tag everything with the label that has a number. So I think we're gonna have to meet one more time just to do the tag. Thank you.
Great, thank you. Thank you to all the committee chairs for your work. Now moving on to, I'm sorry. Hi, Amber. So we're actually going to back up to the speaker series of public entities because Department of Neighborhood Empowerment has arrived. And I believe she does want to address the board and the stakeholders for a minute. Not technically 1 minute. Or yes, for a few minutes.
A moment. So anyway, hello everyone. Sorry we got to miss the certificate presentation, but I'm sure it was beautiful and I'm looking forward to seeing it on social media. But I'm going to be out of the office for the next week, so I have to wrap up some things, including what's being passed around right now, which is the determination letter from the Board of Neighborhood Commissioners that changed their board structure, and also the letter detailing the end of your exhaustive efforts period. I just wanted to, well, of course, commend you. I mean, since I've been working with you, you've been a great board. Everyone's engaged. Everyone has lots of questions. Everyone is just down for the community, and that's what it's all about. You know, and you've proven that you're what a neighborhood council is all about, regardless of, you know, what kind of challenges that you face. So, I look forward to working with you. There are some stipulations within the letter, so basically just to continue with your compliance and getting, you know, finalizing the other things that were the standing rules, which you've already started, you know, your way on, which you're pretty much done with. And just, you know, keeping in touch with us and asking for help whenever you need it. And just like I said, I'm looking forward to continuing to support you as you do great work. Are there any questions about that before I have one or two more quick things to say?
We're in shock.
Okay.
We're in shock. We still can't believe
Are you sure you're not talking from the side of your mouth?
it. Are you sure?
This is a sick April Fool's joke.
It's
But
a April joke.
I would like to let the community know what that means when we're lifted from exhaustive efforts. It means that the money that belongs to you as a community is back in our community now. So we will be able to spend these funds, which is $37,000 a year, on our community needs. So thank you to the board and to the department for that.
And of course, like you mentioned, Michelle, and the things you've been doing, working on the Kite Festival, we've already started kind of, you know, making sure that you had access to that and are serving your neighborhood council in that way. So it's not going to be a big drastic change. You know, you've pretty much been doing the things that it takes. So anyway, congratulations. So another thing that, I don't know if Victor was going to touch on this, but have you seen the stipulation worksheet?
Yes.
Okay, so I just wanted to, I know I've had a lot of questions about the stipulation worksheet since that came out. Just for the audience members who are interested, in order to prepare for the 2016 neighborhood council elections, every neighborhood council has to finalize its bylaws stating, you know, who can run for what seat, who can vote for what seat, and just whatever rules of the game that they want to go by. So we have two different deadlines. We have the May 1st deadline, which is for bylaws, amendments of anything that you guys want to write, to change your bylaws, right? And then we have another deadline, which is June 1st, when you have to give us the stipulations worksheet. So what Gracie Lou, our general manager, did, she sent to everyone this worksheet. And basically what it is it's a bunch of choices that you have to make. And that once you make the choices as a board, once you vote on them as a board, they'll have the same force as your bylaws. And some of them actually we will incorporate into your bylaws, just like I told Victor, we would incorporate the board structure change. So it's another, think of it as a shortcut to modifying your bylaws, right? But what's important to note is that if we don't get a worksheet turned in from you, or if you leave certain things blank, there's a set of defaults that are automatically going to kick in. So you need to be aware of what the kick-in is, right? So for example, the city council voted to have a new citywide system of grievance resolution, right? Every neighborhood council is going to be part of it, and every neighborhood council can submit the name of either a board member or a stakeholder. It doesn't have to be someone on the board, but at least one person. And if you don't submit that, the default is going to be the president, right? So these are the types of things I want you to have the opportunity to review, understand, ask questions. And I'm going to try to put a workshop together so for more, in-depth work on this. But I just want you to understand the concept of it, and if you have any questions,